What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, the road to 200 subs has now officially come to a close and we are now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might hit 500 by the end of the year. Only time will tell, but as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store, so be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Tomb Chaos box in its entirety on the channel. Excuse me, that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever collector's rare. I think now the most expensive collector's rare in that set, I think is like, what, Stardust Dragon maybe? Maybe Cyframe Gear Gamma, even though Gamma's like banned or something. But it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare, because I also pulled this. A collector's rare Beat Cop from the Underworld from Genesis Impact. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm planning to get this graded at some point. I just don't know when. And for some reason, my laptop kind of just shut off on me. Hang on, my laptop literally just shut off on me. There we go. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which ties with this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which is this. What archetype do you guys want to see get new support in the newest core set, Legacy of Destruction? Let me know down in the comments below. And let's get on with this week's episode, because this is going to be a bit of an interesting one, because in this week's episode, I'm going to be talking about the 5 archetypes, excuse me, that desperately need new support in Legacy of Destruction. Now, one thing that I find interesting is that you look at some of the previous sets over the course of the last couple years. You look at sets like Darkwing Blast. That set gave us Blackwing support, which we hadn't had. We hadn't had Blackwing support, I think, since Legendary Duelist White Dragon Abyss is the set. We hadn't had support for them for that archetype since that set. You look at Battle of Chaos, Blue Eye support, Dark Magician support, S-Force was also in that set. You look as well at Dimension Force as well. Some brand new Performer Pal / Odd Eye support. You know, and you look at Photon Hypernova, not one of the most popular nowadays, but it's still pretty decent. Photons, Galaxies got new support. But the question is, with Legacy of Destruction, what could we see in this set? Well, there are five archetypes that I feel like definitely deserve new support. And one of them is Zark. And I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, wait a minute, Zark, why Zark? Why would this archetype get new support as there is something caught in my eye? Here's the thing. The way I see it, Zark is one of the most underrated archetypes in the meta. In the meta. Yes, it is true that right around the time of Zark's of the archetype's release back in Maximum Crisis, yes, it's true that the deck kind of actually thrived. It thrived quite a bit, for like a few months as I'm moving my camera. Sorry guys, I have to adjust my camera. There we go. But once we got into Dragon Links, what was that? Back in 2019 during Worlds? This was pre-COVID, mind you. Dragon Links dominated the meta. Completely dominated the meta for the next couple years, and the Supreme King cards, Dark Worm, Zero, Infinity, those cards completely shaped how Pendulum Summoning can change the meta, if you will. And I feel like Zark, the monster Zark, didn't really get the love and respect that it deserved. And I feel like Zark is definitely one of those archetypes that we could definitely see get support in this set, which it's possible, very possible. But there's another archetype that definitely needs to be released in the meta, and that is the Orichalcos archetype. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, wait a minute, what the fuck are you talking about? The only cards that were ever released for the Orichalcos archetype were the seal of Orichalcos and Orichalcos Shuneros. That's it. But what if the archetype got released in this set? Because if you guys remember, in some of the previous sets of today's Yu-Gi-Oh, we've gotten cards that were released in the manga and in the anime that were never released to the public. One of them being Soul Scissors, which I think was in, what was it, Darkwing Blast, if I remember correctly? Either that or Photon. It was either that or Photon Hypernova. It was one or the other. I think it was Darkwing Blast. But yeah, Soul Scissors was one of them, and it's possible that we could finally get all the cards that were seen in that duel with Darts and and Kaiba and the Pharaoh. Cards like Orichalcos Cutora, Orichalcos Mirror Knight Calling, Twinbow Centaur, which is definitely another card that I've always wanted to see get printed, because that card is absolutely insane. Which, you target a monster on both sides on the field, and I think the ruling would be you flip a coin. If it's heads, it's your monster. Tails, it's your opponent's monster. And ooh, that would be quite the interesting card to be released in in the meta, especially with the fact that even though there are so many different removal cards in the meta, a card like that could really be interesting to say the very least. So Orichalcos, it's possible, but only time will tell. And another one is DDD, Different Dimension Demons. Honestly, it's one of the most meta archetypes that you will ever see. Like, you cannot fathom how good that deck can really be. And with the fact that you got cards like Baron, you got cards like Psychic and Punisher, cards like those two could be extremely broken in a deck like DDD. And honestly, I think getting a new Link monster for this archetype, maybe even a couple other new pendulums, I think could really help the deck make its way back into the meta, because right now you don't see those decks all that often at nationals or worlds or whatever. The only time you will ever see DDDs get any form of meta relevance is either at locals or YCS. That's it. Definitely DDDs would be a definite archetype to see get new support. Another one is Egyptian god are the Egyptian gods. I know what you're thinking. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, why would Egyptian gods get new support in this set? The thing is that we got new support for the Egyptian gods in sets like Rage of Ra, as well as the Slifer and Obelisk structure decks. That's it. And the thing is that the Egyptian gods, competitively speaking, is not that great. The gods are not that great. But what if the Egyptian gods were to get their own Xyz monster that's basically the creator of light from the DM anime? What if? Okay, hear me out. What if the creator of light that was seen in the anime was the iteration of Xyz summoning? Think about it. Think about it. You guys saw those episodes, just like I did. Once the creator of light came out, showed up, the gods were nowhere to be found. So what if the creator of light was an Xyz monster? It's possible that one particular card, that one particular god, could be in the set. Maybe we might even see its own Link monster. Maybe we might see a new field spell for the Egyptian gods. Maybe we might see a couple of new traps, or maybe a couple new monsters or something. Is it possible? Absolutely. 100% possible. But we will see, because this set in the OCG, it won't be released until the end of January next year. So that means right around, I'll say right around the end of February, right around the end of February to I want to say mid-March of next year is when we'll get this set in the TCG. And honestly, it's possible, but only time will tell. And once again, my laptop just shut off on me. No, I don't. No. Sorry guys, my laptop has a tendency to do that sometimes. Why, I don't know, but thank you. Anyway, the last archetype that I feel like should get new support, and this is probably one of the most, I wouldn't say controversial, but probably one of the most talked about. Destiny Heroes. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a minute, why Destiny Heroes? We just got new support for them months ago or something, right? No, we actually got new support for them. What was it like? I want to say it was like right around like Battle of Chaos. Yeah, Battle of Chaos. Battle of Chaos last. Oh no! That was DDD's. DDD's got new support in Battle of Chaos last year. Destiny Heroes, we haven't had any support for them in months, in like over like a year and a half, and not only that. The archetype is one of the most is basically like Zark. It's one of the most underrated archetypes in the entire meta, and the only time you would ever see them become a meta deck as a pure build is if you showed up to locals or a YCS and you brought Destiny Hero. Is it possible? Absolutely, because if you brought Destiny Heroes to your locals or to a YCS, the only added cards that you would need for this archetype would be Solid Soldier, Liquid Soldier, and Stratos. That's it. Those would be the only 3 you would need. That's it. Maybe that's it. 3 copies of Mass Change, 2 copies of Mass Change 2, a bunch of Destiny Hero fusions, a bunch of Mass Hero fusions, a couple of Link monsters, and Gaga Cowboy to to finish off games if your opponent's life points are less than 800, which is pretty possible because my deck is basically the same way, which I need to update it soon, but I don't have the capacity on my phone to do so. So once I get my new phone, I don't know when I'll be getting one exactly, but when I get it, I'm gonna try and start doing more deck profiles on the channel. It'll be a while, but once I get my new phone, I'm definitely gonna work on some new deck profiles, including update my Stardust deck, my Destiny Hero deck. Definitely update my Dark Magician deck. Go with the current ban list that we just got, which, I mean, the ban list was kind of meh. Could have been better, but it is what it is. But I will say this: Destiny Hero definitely is an underrated set, and it desperately needs new support. I think, what was it? I think Burst of Destiny was when we got new support, and that was like 2 years ago. That was like 2 years ago. It just clicked. 2 years ago. Yeah. So it's safe to say that we're definitely due for some new Destiny Hero support, but only time will tell. But honestly, those are the 5 archetypes I could definitely see getting new support in this set, Legacy of Destruction. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below what archetypes you believe should get new support in this set. And that will do it for this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.